Welcome to today's episode of Code and Clouds, where we dive into tech tools and trends that are shaping our world. I'm your host, and today we're exploring a fascinating new tool designed specifically for Python developers, Stelvio. So what exactly is Stelvio? Imagine a Python library that takes the heavy lifting out of managing cloud infrastructure. Sounds interesting, right? With Stelvio, you can define your cloud resources using pure Python code. How cool is that? Rather than getting bogged down in complex configurations, Stelvio offers smart defaults that automatically configure things like IAM roles and networking for you. Now let's talk about some of the key features. What I find particularly intriguing is its Python native infrastructure. This means you get to work in a language you're already familiar with, making it accessible not only to seasoned developers, but also to those just starting out in the cloud space. You might be thinking, why should I choose Stelvio over other tools? Well, for starters, it's built specifically for Python developers. While there are plenty of infrastructure tools out there like Terraform or Pulumi, they often have a hefty learning curve and can focus more on infrastructure complexity than on developer productivity. Stelvio flips the script by minimizing boilerplate code through intelligent defaults, which allows you to focus more on writing applications instead of wrestling with configuration. The project is still in its early alpha stage, so it's not quite ready for production use, but it's already supporting popular AWS services like Lambda, DynamoDB, and API Gateway. If you're curious to try it out, the best way to contribute at this point is to start experimenting with it and sharing your thoughts, whether through GitHub issues or directly via email. Honestly, what better way to learn than by diving right in? And speaking of getting involved, I think it's vital to mention that every coder has something unique to bring to the table. What type of features would you want to see in a tool like Stelvio? Is there a particular AWS service you wish it could support right off the bat? Those are exciting discussions to have. As we wrap up today's episode, let's reflect on what we've covered. Stelvio aims to make cloud infrastructure management straightforward for Python developers, allowing you to define your resources in a familiar environment with helpful defaults. It's still a work in progress, but with community feedback and experimentation, it holds a lot of promise. So, whether you're a Python pro or just starting out, I encourage you to check out Stelvio, play around with it, and see how it can simplify your development life. And who knows? Maybe your insights could help shape the future of this tool. Thanks for joining me today on Code and Clouds. Stay curious, keep coding, and until next time, happy coding.